The Towson loss was real tough on us. I remember that week of practice. We were all real motivated to go out there, compete, and get faster, and just compete against Villanova. We talked about the loss, but we didn't really dwell on it too much. Villanova was we had to focus on them. We had to play the next play, like Coach Wilder always says, and we knew that we had our hands full with Villanova and ended up winning that game. The win against Villanova was real big for us because it was on the road. And Villanova has always been a great team. We couldn't go in there with our guard down. We always compete, and to go there and win on the road was it was good motivation for us because that Towson loss kind of left a bad taste in our mouth, and but to win against Villanova on the road was a great motivation. It makes our job as an offensive lineman easier in some respects, but also when you have a quarterback that scrambles, I want to protect the kid for as long as I can, so I have to run down the field, or when he's scrambling around, I have to make sure no one's going to get him from the back, and it makes my job easier sometimes, and it also makes it a little bit more complicated. Last year we were all, real close, and this year we're even closer, so chemistry is very important to an offensive line because it's kind of the team within the team, and we all have to work together, and I have to trust that the guy next to me's got my back, and he's counting on me to get his. So the offensive line chemistry is very important, and I think this group of guys right now in the spring, we're very close, and we're all just good friends. Thing about Jeremy Hensley and Ryan Jensen was they were very physical players, and they kind of set the tone for the offensive line with their physicality. Josh Mann right now has stepped up to center, and he's a great center. He's as smart as Hensley, and he plays very fast. He's physical as well. He's stepped into Hensley's shoes very well. As far as the left tackle, we've rotated Jack Lowney left tackle, and he's great at left tackle. He's athletic. He's very strong. He's smart too. He's got experience. So I think we're going to be fine filling their shoes, and I'm confident that we can step up to the plate. For the offensive line, the strength and conditioning program is vital. Not only because you want to be strong as an offensive lineman to push the defensive lineman, obviously, but especially in the offense we run, you want to be physically fit to run to the ball and run the next play. Coach Wilder always tells us, just compete and play as fast as you can, and our conditioning program puts us in a position to play as fast as we can and run to the ball, and that's very important for the offensive lineman. Spring ball for me has been going very good. Just want to work on my technique and get better every day. I came into this spring ball with some things I want to work on, my hand strikes and foot mobility, and I think I'm getting better. Nowhere near where I would like to be, but every day you got to compete and get better. The tempo for this spring is much faster than it was in the previous spring I was in. Every time we run a play, as soon as the play is dead, Coach Wilder's calling for us to run to the ball, get the call, and play as fast as you can. And I think we've stepped up to the plate as an offensive line. We're playing very fast, and I think that once we get more practice and reps, I think we're going to get more confident as a group and be very successful as an offensive line. I would say I prefer run blocking, partly because it's when you get to be your most physical as an offensive lineman, because it's just running and hit the guy in front of you and push him as hard as you can. With pass blocking, I've always thought that you were to be more passive, but now I'm starting to work on my hand strikes, and I realize that pass blocking is pretty aggressive as well, but I prefer run blocking. Getting low is very important for an offensive lineman, and being 6'8" doesn't really help that. my size does help me with a lot of things in football, but getting low is probably not one of them, so I do have to work a little bit harder. I like to get lower in my stance than most guys. It kind of helps me stay low off the ball. 12 Monarchs coming out to the ODU spring game. It'll be a rocking good time.